Hi there, my name's Cathi Barker from Software Solutions, and you're looking at one of a collection of videos that goes with my Microsoft Excel, the Essentials course. What we're about to look at in this video is completing the third exercise. At the bottom of your screen, you'll find the sheet called CSC, and I'm just going to hold the control key and zoom in. Now the whole idea here is the typing's being done, but the formulas are missing, and it's a comparative income statement. Oh, I seem to have some of the older years. Let me just take this up to 2020 and this up to 2021. All right. First thing I want to do in B26 is I want to total the expenses for 2020. So that's a sum function. I don't want to go B10 plus B11 plus B12. I'll be there forever. So equals SU. Double click sum, select all these expenses. That is B10 to B24. And when you press enter, that is your total expenses of 2585. Now, if I click on that answer, put my mouse in the bottom right corner to get the thin black cross and drag it across to column D, then it works out the expenses for 2021, and it's sitting there waiting to work out the differences as well when we get to that. Okay, let's click now in this cell. In this cell, which is B28, I want to know, did they make a profit or did they make a loss? I now have the information I need to determine that. I know they sold $65,000 worth of stuff, and I know their bills came to $25,850. So what I need in B28 is a simple subtraction. Equals this cell, B6, minus this cell, B26. By subtracting the expenses from the sales, I'll know if they made a profit. And they did, 44415. So I can click on this profit value, drag the thin black cross to the right, and it works it out for the next year. So remember, when it comes to dragging the thin black cross, typically we go down, but we do have the ability to drag the thin black cross to the east, to the west, to north or south, any four directions. Okay, now let's work out the difference. In D6, I can clearly see they sold $89,000 worth of stuff in 2021, and they sold $65,000 worth of stuff the year before. But what I want to quantify, what was the difference between these 2 years? How much did it go up by exactly? So we need another subtraction. Equals the most recent sales figure minus the older sales figure, and that will show you whether it went up or whether it went down. It clearly went up, but how much? 24,000. Then what I do is click on the 24,000, get the thin black cross and bring this down to row 24. Now there is no change in wages, keeping it real, so 4,300 in both 2020 and 2021, so I see a 0. But some of these other values have gone up, like software went up 45 and computers went up 100. But vehicles actually went down 55. It's a negative value. And electricity went down 150. And these 3 extra zeros here, you can just delete them. They are surplus to requirement. So it's just a third exercise, another exercise, getting used to formulas and functions. So I hope those 3 exercises, exercise 1, 2, and 3, really helped with understanding formulas and functions in Excel. But if you're asked to create a spreadsheet, I also want you to be informed that you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to recreate the wheel. It may be that a type of spreadsheet that you're needing to create has already been created. I need you to know that if you have an internet connection and you go to File and you go to New, that there are a ton of templates already in here. So if I have to do like a budget, I'll just search for budget. And when I press enter, searching thousands of templates, it says, from a monthly food budget to a wedding budget to a general ledger budget to paying bills checklist to a basic balance sheet. Lots of different types of budgets. And I can go back. If, for example, I'm doing a project plan, I'll just type project. And when I press enter, I've got these various projects here. Not quite what I was looking for. Oh yeah, milestone and project status timeline and a milestone infographic timeline, so on and so forth. A Gantt chart is there. So even if I went back and searched for Gantt and press enter, and you've got all these different types of Gantt charts that you can create in Excel. So be aware that if you do need to create a spreadsheet, that when you go File New, there literally are thousands of templates that are ever increasing that have already been created. And even if you don't use them, they may give you ideas about how you want yours to look and behave. Because at the end of the day, if I go back out of here, Excel is just one very large piece of mass paper. And how you lay it out, whatever that is that you're creating, is entirely what you think is best, how you would lay it out. If I had 3 different people and asked them to create a spreadsheet, they would possibly come back with 3 different ways because it made sense to each of them as to how that spreadsheet operates. And we never stop learning. So be aware that there are templates that you can use by going File New. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like or subscribe. Come back for the next video. See you soon.